I'm Amanda Valentine with the AVR Roadshow, and we are at the Leaning Maple in Olympia, Washington, where they have a 100% gluten-free menu. Gluten-free waffles, say what? We gotta go get some. So we're here as close to the kitchen as possible, but it is hopping. So I had to pull Noel and Kylie off the line really briefly because I have to hear about this incredible creation. What are we looking at?
So this is the apple pie waffle.
Okay. So I understand that this is a completely gluten-free waffle. What goes into the waffle?
Butter, our special flour that is made with whole grain rice flour, tapioca starch.
And then I understand, Noel, that the apple pie filling is your creation.
Yeah, so we make that in-house. I start with peeling, coring, cutting up the apples, and then throw it all together in a pot. If you have brown sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and butter. Yeah, and then we just throw it all together in the pot. We let it stew, stir it, probably about 45 minutes. And yeah, it cooks down to this really delicious filling.
So I love that this is it's breakfast, but it's also dessert. And I am so incredibly excited to try this because just because something's gluten-free doesn't mean it's flavor-free.
Yeah.
So a lot of flavor I'm imagining here. So I want to get a little bit of ice cream. I definitely got to try some of your apple pie filling, and I got some of that gluten-free waffle in there. Look at that little perfect bite. It's a breakfast of champions. That is incredible. It's so cinnamon and warm, and again, yeah, it's very fall, warming. It feels like you're just cozy. It's such a cozy,
like a traditional apple pie.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and that's where it's the gluten-free waffle. I would have known this is gluten-free unless you told me it tastes just like any other delicious waffle.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot from customers, that they don't expect it to be, that normal tasting or that good.
Yeah.
Because it's usually pretty slim pickings, so.
Yeah. I gotta eat some more of this for this ice cream melts. I can't waste it. I'm gonna have to keep eating it and eat a little bit more of this delicious pie filling. So I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna start eating some more over in the dining room, and we'll see what other delicious gluten-free options we have over there. Wow, I'm here for almost the whole family. I have Kate and Cody and Becky, and I know, Becky, that this was kind of all of your idea and dream. So how did that all start?
So early last year, I was looking for a new project. I had a private practice and wanted to do something different, and came and looked at the space and just decided that this was not that, and that I started thinking about, my grandfather, he always wanted to have a soda shop. My dad always wanted to have sort of like a Cheers bar. And so when I walked in, that was definitely the vision I saw, which was not already here for sure. We definitely created.
Yeah, and so yes. I know that you're 100% gluten-free here. How did that happen?
Yeah, so we didn't initially go into that as being full gluten-free off the get-go, but we noticed that the waffles were the only gluten on the menu, and so we knew that if we perfected the gluten-free waffle, it would make a 100% gluten-free kitchen with no risk of cross-contamination and things like that, and nobody can really tell the difference. And we were initially kind of nervous that people might not come here because it's all gluten-free, but we noticed that every other person has celiac or some type of gluten intolerance, and so they get the experience of having a sandwich, and that's our diehard fans is the whole gluten-free demographic. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that this started as a family of Let's Meet by the Leaning Maple. And now it's turned into, now the whole community is Let's Meet by the Leaning Maple. And not only with everybody coming in to try all of the delicious gluten-free waffles, but I know you bring so many of the community members in here from local artists. There's been a live pianist the whole time that we've been here, a local artist. Kate, I know you're a local artist and you're selling your art here as well as working at a local farm and bringing some of that food in here. So tell me how that came to be. I mean, you have so many different elements that had to come together of, we have 2 months to open a restaurant. We're changing the whole menu. And now we're going to be a space for artists and local growers. How does that all work?
Yeah, I think ultimately we all share a passion for Olympia, where we grew up. We all have different skill levels as a family. We all bring different ideas and different intentions to the table. And so that's what kind of makes it possible that we could do art and local, partner with local businesses for food, use as much whole, fresh foods as we can. I think that was just a non-negotiable for us initially. It's we wanted a place to feel like comfort, home, but also with the influence from all of the other amazing places that we have in our town.
Yeah, so I think that's amazing of talking about creating a community. Not only are you involving other community business owners, but you're listening to the community came in and said, this is how we want to come in and have the experience of eating your food. And you're like, okay, so it feels like a whole community project. Not only is it a family project for all of you, but it's you're really embracing everyone from local vendors to people that just want to have a waffle in the morning.
Yes.
A lot of it is we focus on selling the entire moment.
Yes.
And so I say that we sell the moment in time that families get together and the food comes with it. But really it's the environment. And that's why we have live piano every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we've been consistent with that since we started. And that's really rare to have a live music experience that's consistent during the daytime.
Yeah, and I think that's all amazing, but we got to talk about the star of the show, which is the food, which is the gluten-free menu. And it looks absolutely amazing. So tell me everything that I'm looking at on this plate.
Okay, so you're looking at, basically this is our waffle hash brown. It's shredded potato and built kind of like a loaded baked potato. It has sour cream, bacon bits, and chives.
So I'm gonna get a little bit of this. I'm gonna get the perfect bite. That's a large bite,
good.
so hold on a second. I'm not gonna be able to talk for a second. So not only do you have the savory of it being like a loaded baked potato, but you add a little bit of syrup on there, and now it's like breakfast.
Yeah.
That is the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
When you get this, you need to put the syrup on. That's awesome. And I'm gonna come back to the poached eggs, but I have to see what's happening here because I do love a good Reuben, and I understand I'm looking at a Reuben waffle.
It started off as a promotion for St. Patty's Day. And so we've done a lot of our items have started as a seasonal promotion, but then everybody says keep it on the menu. And so this is the Reuben with the local Oli kraut that we partnered with in town, and it's one of my favorites.
And it's stacked too. That is a bite.
Yes.
Let's go. The sweet, I'm messing, I'm dropping it on the floor. But the sweetness of the waffle, but then you have the sauerkraut and the corned beef, and it's just the perfect, again, savory, sweet.
Yes.
So it's lunch and breakfast.
Yes.
That is really good. Hold on, I gotta get another bite now. All right, is there anything else that you want to add before we close out here today?
I just really wanted to give a shout out to the kitchen because they have been the ones really to work on the food, get the menu items out. I come with them with the ideas, but they are the ones that make it land, and they just pivot with whatever I bring to them for the most part.
What I love about waffles is they have all the little cups in them so they can hold more yummy stuff. But here at the Leaning Maple, the waffle itself is incredible, especially since it's gluten-free, and then it just holds so much yumminess. You know what else holds a lot of yumminess? The entire list of restaurants that you can find at americasbestrestaurants.com. So go check it out, and I'll see you at the next place.